Okay, welcome back to our next Kanto Park Build episode. We've got a storm, so let's get through this. Although with a new ranger station over here in Cerulean, we are in a good position to deal with this on a pretty quickly, pretty good response time. In particular, the option I put in for which building to use gives us double. Okay, that was the fucking Dilos again. Gives us two ranger teams over there, which is nice. You are all the way up there. Well, that's not great, is it? No, sir. Well, get down there. Go fast. This guy looks like he's coming out. Nope. He's going back. He's going back. Come on. Come on. Why are the Dilos so chill? They like don't try to escape. It's very interesting. Okay, well that seems to be essentially most of the issues covered. Yeah, repair that gate. Don't need to repair the viewing gallery or anything. I think for the most part we're good with storms. I don't think we need to include these in episodes anymore. I don't think they're really a threat. I mean, the Cerulean City rebuild was probably the biggest single like financial change we're gonna have to have here in the short term, in terms of like moving a lot of stuff around. And now basically everything is just going in. It's gonna stay where we built it. Nothing has to be moved beyond the power stations. So I think we can relax a bit. Oh, the power stations. Do I want to actually try to get the power plant put in? I don't think so. I think we'll try to wait on that because that's also rock tunnel area. Like we could do it. Nah, we'll wait. I think after the Allosaurus, the next two species we put in the park are Cryolophosaurus and Pyroraptor. So I'm going to push for Cryo first, because I think I know where I want to put the Pyroraptor. And then after that, we need to pivot back over doing herbivores, because that's a lot of big, expensive carnivores that we probably can't keep up with. Okay, this is our Victory Road / Route 23? Yeah, it's Route 23 / Indigo Plateau enclosure, which is where we're going to put our Allosaurus / Haxorus. We're doing it as all of it is a pen, the entire route, and then we're doing the path as the gyrosphere. So this is kind of roughly the route you'd take. And then Victory Road itself would be here, and then you'd go up here to Indigo Plateau on this mountain here. And we're doing that as just a pen. Kind of a compromise. This pen should be basically square here too, but this power generator's in the way. I'm not going to move it yet, so we're just going to leave it cut down a little bit until we get a chance to move it. And then we'll expand the pen out slightly there, and it'll be fine. In terms of the Allosaurus, here's what we're looking at least for the first one. Svalbard lethal baits for Haxorus. We're looking at 100% long lived. We're rolling for humble and a bit of resilient, I decided. We could try for social if we're going to put multiple ones in. Maybe I should just try for 50-50 humble social. Fuck it, sure. Resilient really doesn't matter that much if you're not a big, and like, it doesn't matter for carnivores essentially, except for small ones. Because you're not going to have a billion of these guys in one pen, so it doesn't really matter if disease spreads fast or slowly. It doesn't make that much of a difference. Resilience matters for things that eat from regular meat feeders, so copies, scavengers, and then it matters for herbivores and big pens, but I think it's not very useful otherwise. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, sure. There we go. We'll synth it up. We're just going to hatch the one, I think, for now at least, because one is enough. Let me double check that. Yeah, social group 1. I have the skins for the pre-evos, which would just be more Allosauruses. So we'll see if we do those or not. I'm not committed to doing it. Kind of just coming down to what we need for ratings. And in terms of ratings, I mean, food's 91% now, which is better. We've got quite a lot of map to fill in still. Also, we're actually getting kind of close to the border here. How's that working out for us? Not very well. I mean, there's a really large so the map I'm using as a reference does have a very, very large area between Pewter City and Cerulean. So this might be fine. We just got to be really careful now when it comes to putting in the rest of the area. So basically, there should be probably 10 fence sections left from here to the edge of the map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, actually. So yeah, it's fine. We just can't widen out the other cities too much. So it should work, actually. Which I'm kind of surprised, because, like, I've spaced out where to start, and obviously started with this waterway over here, but I haven't been spacing all of this up here very rigorously. I started doing it pretty hard with the water here, but by the time I got over to Cerulean City, I was just saying fuck it and eyeballing everything. Which I think, honestly, going forward is probably I'm going to approach a lot more of this, because, my god, the last couple episodes took forever to record. Yeah. Long-lived, nocturnal, aggressive, social, intolerant, long-lived, intolerant, humble, long-lived. Feeling like we take that. If we get social, this is not going to work. But I don't want to resynth. So we give up on social. We just go humble. Do that. 1 mil 600 to hatch. Actually not super bad. Let's set up the other Allosaurus genome stuff here. So, for the next one, it should be Svalbard Pelophylax. And this one is definitely not going to be social, because there's no point anymore. There's actually no point in humble. So I could just save the money. Maybe cancel the large appetite. Well, I mean, we get so many chances. I don't think it matters. Yeah, I think we just do that. I think lifespan's worth it this early in the game because they're likely to die and buying time is nice, but I think beyond that, it just doesn't really matter. Oh shit. Kind of forgot about that. Wait. Oh shit, I only have large. Yeah, so that's the downside of strictly keeping large in. I guess they're not that expensive to build, but like,
to say
could be better.
Strange relationship with the dinosaurs would be an understatement.
Okay. Ratings check. One amenity could perform better, one could perform better, no configuration issues. Really? Wait. I feel like that's not accurately updated. I thought it updated dynamically, but maybe not. Can we just do one of these maybe? Sure. Okay, let's get the shelters and stuff open here. Disease is common cold, unmet needs. Why? How have you guys done this badly on your territory?
My life to some, and to others, I owe it. But when it comes to people,
So I would like to point out that this I modded Comfort Decay. So if Frontier ever says anything like dinosaurs are supposed to maintain territories, well, I can point to you right here as evidence that's completely fucking bullshit. There is no AI. They wander randomly and their territories become bad. Also, just the fact that he's in the territory, but his territory isn't updated is fun. That's always fun. Like, Cool. I really love that he's not contributing to the territory. That's very neat. It's a very neat thing you've done there, Frontier. It's very neat. He's not even panicked. I also like that this... No, that's a Utah. Yeah, it's only this one. It's almost like it's... Like, why is the other one forming This one's actually forming territory in real time. It's just this one that was bugged out and not forming territory. So that's new. That's a new thing we've noticed. We've never actually seen it happen before, where one dinosaur is actively forming territory while another isn't. What is that about? That's legitimately a bug. It's gotta be, because that one wasn't even panicked. We know that when they're panicked, they don't form territory, but I've never seen a dinosaur not contributing territory while one right next to it does. That's just so weird. It's also very strange and annoying that it's the one that is had the common cold that was not forming his territory, like, or not contributing to the territory for the pack. Like, that's the one that needs to do the stuff, and it looks like he's working now. So it's almost like the common cold stopped him from contributing to territory, and only after the common cold disappeared did he actually help, which is insane. I think we're going to take this carnivore feeder and move it over here to the sand. Just to encourage them to not go in that corner as much. We want them to be clustered up around here in the future. Okay, Allosaurus time. Yeah, 2,700,000 bucks. Suddenly we have all the money again. It's a thing that happens. You can just be mad at me. I really don't care. We'll just put you in arrest right afterwards. Let's get that Haxorus. Okay. Now, we don't put any new amenities in to support this one. So do we have capacity? Abso-fucking-lutely. We have capacity for days down here. Okay. And how's the visibility in this allo pen? Binoculars. The visibility is actually, like, really good. Which is purely a consequence of having a narrow pen with gyrospheres that basically follow the same route for the most part. It allows them to cover each other's inefficiencies, basically, which is pretty good. Goat feeders, we'll probably put in a few. Like maybe 3. Should be enough to make sure there's always one in view. And then we need a ranger team to get in here. Let's put a gate. The gate should be like over here. I guess that's what we'll do. Then the ranger station is going to have to be... We'll have to have multiples, which would suck. I'm going to just try and get away with 1. I'm going to delete that. Having 1 Allosaurus in here with all the goat feeders back in here might be an issue. So that can go all the way down to the grass. Let's do that. I guess we're kind of counting on him staying by the water. But by the goat feeder on that side. I don't know. It's going to be weird. We might have to have more allos to make it work. Okay. Dracorex's fighting probably means that we're experiencing some aging happening. Marowak was probably the alpha, and 14's probably taken over now. That's what I would guess. While this is happening, let's get the next species queued up. So, I want Cryolophosaurus.
Not everyone can do this, but I think you can. Check out this objective.
And I
don't
want
disappoint.
Pyroraptor.
When we build great things, we build ourselves. Inspirational, right? And original.
Where did I build the amenity? I think I deleted it already, right? That's the only one.
Set them up and knock them down. That's the way you take on these objectives. I feel like my excellence is rubbing off on you. Or maybe that's my cologne, huh?
Yes, maybe it is. And there's our Indigo Plateau. It's just a restroom. I'm pretty happy with it, actually. And it's a plateau. It's flat top little mountain back here. You can even see it potentially from down in the tour area. I mean, probably not, but you can at least see that there's, you know, a mountain with some trees on it. Kind of works, right? It looks like our aloe's done. I got kind of distracted goofing around, so I didn't really check them out. You get over here, friend.
Asset requiring collection.
Also, we're currently making the ranger team go all the way around the mountain. We can just have them shortcut over. Kind of cheating, because it's like driving over the mountain out of Pewter City. But you know what? The rangers don't obey Pokemon rules. They can off-road. It's fine. So, Allosaurus coming in. Other research projects to continue working on. So, we got Cryolophosaurus. We got Pyro. 375 a piece. 12 and 12. These may be changed from their base game values because I did, to reiterate, made big edits to the research tree, which should be an upcoming mod. You missed that in a previous episode. Well, now I mentioned it again. Oh, actually, on that note, if anybody knows how to make a standalone mod using ACSE, please let me know. Very curious about that.
Dinosaur that...
Oh my god. Why are you all eating bad meat?
It's recreated is important.
Also, I gotta say, the shiny Tyrantrum so far has been like one of my favorite shinies we've done in terms of like comparison with the others,
But
which is
some also
kind of how
feature our
Pokemon
imaginations.
shinies work. Some of them are.
Allosaurus is one such.
Yeesh!
It is believed that in its original environment,
Some
it
of them
was
are a bit
squarely
shit.
at the top of the food chain. I'm interested to discover if that's true, given the opportunity.
Okay, so we might need to expand the forest in here, which I'm willing to do a little bit of. Alright, well there is our little friend Haxorus. Basically a, kind of black and gold is the idea here. I don't think any of these guys quite capture the vibe of, what they're based on. Honestly, this might be more like a shiny Haxorus than anything. Because the shiny is mostly black. While the regular Haxorus is mostly gold. They kind of invert the color palette. There's actually like no gold on the regular Haxorus, really. Or the shiny Haxorus. So I guess the fact that there is any gold makes this the regular one. Yeah, I think that's the logic here. I think we consider this a regular Haxorus because it has the gold. Even though it should be basically gold all over the back and then black on the belly. But this is the best we can do. It does get the red on the horns, so the Haxorus, the Pokemon itself, has like axe blades coming out the side of its mouth, kind of like tusks. And those are red. But I think having the red on the horns here actually does a good job of like compensating for that. Also, just beyond the whole axe mouth linkage between Allosaurus and Haxorus, I think the double horns of Allosaurus being linked up with the tusks of Haxorus kind of makes sense too. Oh shit. How are you at base? Oh shit. We don't have hookworms researched. Yeah, okay. That's true. You do that. You do that. Genetic specialist is the only person here, or you should be processing some fossils to clear space. We are still just working through this backlog of like unimportant fossils. I gotta say the research cost reduction. I'm really missing the increased extraction capacity. It is really nice to be able to clear out that stuff much faster. I'm definitely not going to do anything different with it right now, but it is something I'm thinking about. Just for future runs, I think we probably end up going back and using the thing we did before. Mr. Allosaurus, did you... Okay, yeah, you got enough forest. You're happy. That is just kind of a nice looking aloe in general, this skin, I gotta say. I do like me some Allosaurus. Sorry, don't fix that. You just need fuel. Fucking hats. Inconsistent piece of crap. Fuel. Alright, this storm is actually relevant because of disease. Okay, the medical team is on the way. So far, nobody's actually dying, so it's probably fine. Okay. You can fix that. You're right there. Okay, gate check. Gates all look fine. Could start repairing all this random damage, but it really doesn't matter. Excuse me, are we still struggling here, medic team? Oh, you never made it in yet. You were still driving over here. It sucks, but it's understandable. Also, that whole unreachable by vehicle thing sucks too. Okay, we have 3 million bucks. Do we want another Haxorus or another Allosaurus? 90% on food. Everything else is good. 98% restroom, 99 shelter. Probably need restroom and shelter down here now that people are coming this way. I have to click on every tab to get to the one that I actually need. Of course, classic me. Restroom. JP shelter. Okay, takes care of that. Quick check on the amenities. You have once again betrayed me and shifted this way. Fuck it. Take the knock on the money. Doesn't really matter. You, being a piece of shit, keep switching back and forth to whether or not you need more orange or more green. Then there's this. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. Okay, medical team, please make sure. Okay, that's getting done. Okay, great. Everybody's back from jobs too. So, research, carnivore research. Cryo is done. Let's just do the pyro right now as well. Let's get digging cryo, which is, I believe it's Hakamoa is what this is supposed to be for me in this park build. A Pokemon I have never used and barely seen, but does definitely appear to be a dinosaur. I almost actually forgot about it when I was setting this up, because I was like, the fuck's a Hakamoa? So far the aloe is doing pretty good on staying in position. I do think I want more. Because I really probably am only going to put in one cryo, because they can be solitary. The pen I'm going to put it in is probably going to be a little small. And I'm just... Oh, Komo-O, I guess. I have too many things written down for this as well. And I don't know which ones are supposed to be which. I'll have to figure that out, too. Well, in that case, Allosaurus. This is set up for the next one. Should be ready to go. Yeah, let's do it. I'll send one off screen. Okay, we've started the next allo. Let's take a look at the Cryolophosaurus fossils. Holy God, shrimp everywhere. Shrimp barbecue buffet. All right. And cryos. Not any really good ways to, like, optimize this. We'll do this. We'll slow roll these, I guess. Can we give you another point? Mr. Romano. Ready, Romano? Alfiero. Do this, do that. Give me more. More Cryolophosaurus. Also, let's see what a Komoa is. It is a big, yeah, it's a big golden jangly dragon looking thing. Pokemon dragony dinosaur-y thing. I think yeah, my logic making it a Cryolophosaurus is because it's got like head ornamentation that's kind of like coins like this, which is closest to Cryolophosaurus in terms of head ornamentation. It's also got a lot of other shit going on because it's, in my opinion, an extremely over-designed Pokemon. But yeah, Cryolophosaurus is the best we can do, and it is very distinctly theropod in terms of its like body plan. So I think we can't, in good logic, skip it and not just put it in the park at all. So yeah, intolerant, long-lived seems like the thing to do. We're one welfare short. Sure if it's really worth putting the 2 points in there, to be honest, but I'm impatient. So we'll do it. Might, you know, punish myself here by ruining our profit margins in the long term. But honestly, this is a pretty good profit. Like, pretty good. As long as we don't hit some critical collapse point where everything dies at the same time, and given the fact that we haven't had any significant die-off yet, or any die-off at all, it's only 65 for age. Like, this park has been a lot of time spent on it, but it's not a lot of time spent in game on pause. It's just an insane amount of time spent building terrain, designing all that up. Probably should have had a batch running here, huh? But now I don't have anybody to do it anyway. Just keep doing digs. Well, there's digs to be done. Oh, cryo's done. We can do pyro now. Pyroraptor is what? European, right? Yeah. Yeah, right. It's from France. Of course. Pyroraptor. So yeah, I'm not sure if we're gonna... Should we get one out this episode? Maybe. Well, we got a little bit of time here, so let's pause. Okay, here's our second Allosaurus, the Fracture. Actually does a really good job of representing its overall color palette of like green shoulders, red tusks as hornlets, and then a black body otherwise, which is the same base color as the Hexorus was. We are making good progress on Cryolophosaurus here, and we've been digging up a bunch of Pyroraptor. Apparently we're still stuck waiting on capacity. Also, what a weird choice for the Pyroraptor fossil. I'm sure I've seen this before and commented on it before, but why is it not the obvious, like, Coelurosaur fossil? Why is it this weird, like, lizard-looking fossil almost with, like, oversized arms? Is it because of the wings? Why they wanted the oversized, like, hand on there? I don't know. I wonder what this was used for originally. Maybe it was originally used for Pyroraptor, in which case, why? It's like, it feels more stylized than the other fossils, too. Very strange. 93 and 7. That finishes up Cryolophosaurus. We'll get the cryo out this episode. At this point, there's no reason not to. Cryolophosaurus time. What do we got for him? Long-lived, humble, nocturnal, long-lived, docile, humble, resilient. Damn, that's a tough call between these two. I think I want Long-lived over or docile. Definitely want humble. And I do intend to just do the one. Now we'd start working through the Pyroraptor backlog. Is that all the Pyroraptor fossils? Yes. So Pyroraptor's also done. I'm not going to get that out this episode, though. That'll be next time. Yeah, it's going to be 4 minutes on the cryo. So I'm just going to process fossils while we wait for this. We'll end on the cryo today.
Only a fool would pass this
Okay,
one up.
the
I
cryolithosaurus is
don't
on the
think
way.
you're a fool. Prove me right.
Tour rides worth more than expeditions are, so we'll just make a tour. I don't think we can just shut down a tour, if I'm not mistaken. We should test it, though. Am I willing to shut down the Allosaurus tour? Why not? We're about to wrap up for the day. Like, recording for the day. This is the last episode I'm recording at this moment. So if I reset this completely, it shut off the visibility, it actually doesn't really matter. It actually didn't do anything. Okay. Good to know. That still doesn't work.
Asset delivered.
That one you actually have to build for some reason.
There will come a time when we reflect on what we've been able to accomplish with the dinosaurs.
Okay, Cryolophosaurus. He is missing forest. That's a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, darkness has fallen in here, but yeah, that looks pretty good, I think, for what the Pokemon looks like. It's got a lot of yellow and red embellishments, including for the head crest, but then down like the tail and the arms as well, which we kind of get some of that here with the patterning, but it should be like scales hanging off of the body or like really weird looking feathers maybe. But then the base color should be kind of a gray, so this works pretty well for that. All right. And yeah, we're going to only do just the one. Given that we need more forest, I feel that is also very much the thing to do. I'd like to, so what I want to try to do is I want to try and meet the forest need without actually having large trees. Because this area of the game doesn't actually have trees on it. Like, I'm okay with these sparse ones. Can we just do... Actually, can we do... Let's get rid of those trees. Can we just do bushes from decorations? Because if we go to decorations, we can go to... Planter... Okay, these are all called planter features. That's weird. So we got bushy tree. Small tree. So the bushy trees are the smallest ones. So we'll just grab a bunch of these. Just some different stuff to stick in here. See if we can get that need met. The agave is kind of a weird choice, but you don't look at it too closely. It's just a plant, right? I'm also not randomizing these because I really just can't be bothered. Hopefully there's enough of them all mixed together that we don't end up with some very obviously duplicated trees right next to each other. But also we're probably not going to look that closely, so it's fine, right? This is going to be an interesting, kind of unique aesthetic. Well, those ones are right next to each other and obviously the same. That was a mistake. That was just a misclick, you know? All right. What does he think of this? Look at all those trees! Okay, very interesting. That actually works, like, really well.
Every success matters.
Okay, cool. Very cool. Well, there's our... Oh, what is he called again? Como. Oh. I have no idea. There should be an apostrophe, but the game won't let me put it in. Can I do a dash? Oh, that's a little bit better. Yeah, I don't know what the name is derived from. Maybe it's from the Hawaiian game, which I've never played, so maybe there's some sort of Hawaiian explanation for why it's called that. I'm sure I could look it up. I'm not going to do that. Those are duplicated plants. Oh my god. Get rid of it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not that concerned about it. Yeah, this enclosure worked out. So it's a little bit different than what's in game, of course, because the game is very square and rigid. We've smoothed out the squareness of the waterway a little bit to improve it. This is kind of the little bit here where you'd enter Cerulean Cave. This is ostensibly the big patch of grass, which is actually a very narrow patch of grass. And really this mountain should probably push over here more, but I just didn't want to do that. In fact, it's mostly because I was concerned about the tree situation, so we could potentially push it over a little bit more. Like, that's fine. In fact, we don't even need the sand. I thought he was sand, but I'm probably thinking of having cryo in like the Mediterranean environment or a desert or something where you get more of that kind of need than what we currently have with trees. That's probably what the difference was. Rock brush. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's close enough. It doesn't need to be perfect. All right. Well, let's wrap it up here for the day then. Let's take a quick look at other things to do at the end. Let's get the last bit of Pyroraptor queued up here. Pyroraptor is clearly still bugged out, where there's way too many fossils for it. I thought this was in patch notes as being fixed. I guess I dreamt that. Well, the rest of these should sell, I think, or maybe they just don't do anything now. Also, everybody's mad at me, so I guess that's what we're doing for the rest of the day, is letting all these jokers take vacations before they unionize. What else? Large power is available. Yeah, we'll want large power when we put in the power plant. So let's do that. Let's push towards that. So we'll get the prerequisite for that, so that's available for research next time. And then yeah, that's about it. So the plan for the next few episodes, we're gonna put in a pen up here, I think. Yeah. We'll put a pen up here. We'll put a pen in down here by Vermilion City. We'll put the aviary in Lavender Town. We'll build a rock tunnel pen. So that's basically the next 4 enclosures all coming in this area. Then we'll have Celadon, Fuchsia, Safari Zone enclosure, a couple pens down here. And then probably the lagoon goes in over here as Seafoam. Seafoam / connecting over to Cinnabar Island. Then we're done. So yeah, actually a lot of this should be kind of fast. Actually, the interesting thing now is going to be getting enough building. Like, we could definitely put in another like medical facility and another response facility and stuff in some of these upcoming towns. But there's not really a good filler building to use. I guess we could fill them with shelters or bathrooms, because those shouldn't penalize us having too many. Shelters is the thing to do, because shelters don't draw power. So we can use different kinds of shelters as filler buildings. We can like theme almost the towns with different kinds of shelters to fill in. That might be the thing to do. Actually, I should have the Malta shelter here in Pewter, because I was Malta theming Pewter City. Well, in terms of the capture team is Malta. That's about it, because you can't do a Malta Expedition Center. So yeah, we'll do an emergency shelter. And I suppose... So at some point, right, we get the Cinnabars. Cinnabars are the fossils are brought back to life. So we should have probably the Expedition Center ultimately on Cinnabar. Then we could move the Control Center. And then this could actually be the emergency bunker. Is this building in town here? Actually, that makes sense. Yeah, the Control Center should be moved out. I don't think we need to put the bathroom in as like the gym. I think having something big like the paleomedical facility here for the gym makes a lot of sense. So I'm not going to move that. Same here. Yeah, we'll move... Let's move the Control Center to Cinnabar when we get to there. Put that in as the science lab down here, I think. Unless we could sneak in a different building. Oh, we're allowed to have an acquisition center. Wait a second. Ah, so the acquisition center is a unique building. So we can cheat and have the second research building, basically. To use this as the museum in Pewter City, and then we move the expedition center to Cinnabar. Yeah. In fact, do I want to do Cinnabar? Like next episode? Maybe. I was thinking zip lines for access over the ocean. So we do like a zip line station here, and it would just come down to here. And then we just have the the expedition facility for now. The other shops and stuff can go in later. That would be the idea. I was supposed to be ending this episode. Now I'm just like live planning what's upcoming. Yeah, searching Cinnabar obviously doesn't bring up a map of Cinnabar Island. Ah, yeah. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buildings on Cinnabar. We'll need 3 in a shelter, so we have space for 1. Yeah, Cinnabar is a little bit of an awkward situation because it has so few buildings. But that's fine. We can just replace the gym with a bunker. I don't think I mind that much if we do that. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll do that right away next time, actually. Set up Cinnabar Island early. See if the zip line over actually works, or if it causes issues with attracting visitors to the island right away, because we don't want to do that. But I don't think it should, because there shouldn't be anything for them to see.